Hello everyone, welcome back to the Apex Motorsport. Now it's Le Mans week, one of the most exciting weeks in the world of motorsport. It's one of the Triple Crown. And join me today to discuss one of the most historic races of all time is, of course, Tom Toseland. Tom, you're lucky enough that you're actually going to be there. We're obviously having to record this a little bit before time because obviously someone has to travel all the way over there. It's definitely not
Yeah,
the easiest place to get to. But we know last year Le Mans was won by Ferrari. It was history. It was so iconic, and it got the world of motorsport talking in a time where endurance racing was really starting to revive itself and become a lot more popular than it has been in recent years. And then this season, we've had three different race winners so far. We've had Porsche winning in Qatar, we've had Toyota winning in Imola, and we've had the Hertz team Jota winning in Spa. Tom, it's been a great season so far. Has there been any standout teams in your opinion so far?
yeah, I think we've got to say Hertz team the 12 car winning at Spa. I think that's a very good result for them. It's as we've said, customer team. It's showing Porsche have competitive customer teams, so they have multiple opportunities of winning the race as a manufacturer, not just with their Penske factory team as well. So I think Penske will probably one. I think Proton competition. I think Andlauer at Spa driving that car was fantastic, right on the pace throughout the whole race. I think he was fighting with Alex Lynn in the Cadillac in that race, and just near the start, and he just outperformed him, and really made the strategy. Well, no, didn't make it work because obviously the result didn't pay off. But every time he was in the car, he was so quick. So he's been really a standout. And yeah, I think Porsche themselves have been really strong this season after a pretty woeful 2023. So I think they are a team to look out for. I think in the GT3, I think Matehi have been very quick. I know he's pronounced that wrong. I can never say it right, but they've been very good considering it's but both their cars have won the first race in the GT3s, and then the other team won at Spa as well. So they've been very strong. I think they're going to be one to look out for at Le Mans, as Porsche have always been very good at Le Mans as well. And yeah, I think as well, Peugeot updated car BOP might be working in their favor coming into this one, with them losing a lot of weight coming into this round. So yeah, I feel like there's a few teams to keep an eye on. I think Toyota are sneakily there as well, having a win at Imola as well.
Do you think that this could be the most open Le Mans in recent times, given we've had three different winners and you could throw another few teams into the mix for the win this time round?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously the GT3s are going to be. I think they're going to be very close, depending on how it all depending how it all works out. I think the Porsches, as I said, is both Matehi cars, so both the Porsches in the GT3 standings are the two to win so far. So I feel like they are probably the favourites heading into Le Mans, just because they've always found a way to win so far out of the first three rounds. I think Ferrari should be quick again here. I think Porsche will be looking for a lot better result after finishing behind the Glickenhausers last year. So, and what was the question again? It's gone out of my head.
Do you think it's just the most open Le Mans race in all times?
Yeah,
Literally anyone in the grid could win.
yeah. I think it was like that last year, though. To be fair, I don't think it's a new thing this year. I think it's, even though it didn't look at this maybe coming into Mons last year, I think it was a really open race. You had Peugeot that had been probably, well, actually weren't competitive leading up to Le Mans. Suddenly they were very quick at the track, and they were very quick I remember in the practice sessions, and then they had their times in the race where they fared well as well. And I think well, obviously Porsche didn't turn up, but then I think they're going to, as I said a minute ago, I think they're going to bring a car that's going to be quick this year. And yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of cars that might turn on at Le Mans and show their kind of true pace, because it's the track where everyone wants to win at. So I think, and it's ultimately the track that these cars are probably most designed for. So yeah, I think it's. I think, look, it was a very open race last year, and I think it could be just as open this year. And I think, yeah, as I said, I don't think the test probably won't give us the test this weekend probably won't give us the biggest. Oh well, when we're recording this weekend, I mean, but I don't think the test will give us the biggest indicator. I think going into practice, that's when we'll start to see who's looking the best.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of viewers of this race who don't normally watch endurance racing. It's a bit like when the Indy 500 comes around. A lot of people tune in to watch that after the Monaco Grand Prix. And a lot of people will see Ferrari won last year. They're in it again this year. From what you've seen from them so far this season, how do you rate their chances of defending their title? Do you think it's something they can do, or do you think they're just a little step behind the other teams in the grid?
To be fair, they've seemed to have a lot of pace. I think at Imola and Spa, but it's strategy-wise, it's the race hasn't really worked out for them. So I think definitely they've got the pace to win at Le Mans, and I think they're probably, but they could be a favorite. I think because they are very quick. It's just the thing about Le Mans, as I think the video I've been recording recently, you can always have a favorite like Ferrari. The thing is, you've got to finish. We've seen it with Toyota in 2016, and we've seen it with, well, I think we saw in 2017 as well. Like we had an LMP2 leading at one point in that race. You can have a favorite on pace wise, but pace doesn't always lend itself to endurability. To be fair, when the car won last year, it had been off during the night as well. So if it has the speed to be the winner this year, yes, I think, and it probably is a favorite if you are coming in as like a fan that for the first time this year. You probably, I would, if I was them, I would be expecting them to win again. It's just they've one, the driver's got to keep it on the road, and two, the car's not got to break down somewhere or something go wrong, because even though it's the second year of the car, there's stuff that can always pop up that you're not expecting it to, or you can get caught out by traffic. So I think, yeah, I think Ferrari are competitive again, but yeah, it's the race, so it's not gonna be them. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. 24 hours is a very long time, and literally anything can happen in those 24 hours that we've seen in the past. But enough about hypercar for the moment. You have briefly mentioned about the GT3s. There's also been 3 different race winners in that category this season. Do you think that's going to be another very competitive race where there's several cars could all take the race win?
Well, as I said earlier, it's the two Porsches that have won in the first race in the third round, though. So it is Porsche are looking good. We had the Team WRT BMW win at Imola in that class, but it's looking good for Porsche at the moment. But I feel like it is a very competitive class, and the good thing about it is there's such a variety of GT3s in taking part in it, and I think it's probably one of the most varied. Maybe I don't know if I'm being too confident with this, but I feel like it is probably one of the more varied GT3 fields in probably the whole of GT3 racing. So, and again, it's not just because Porsche have been quick at Spa and they've been quick at the first round. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate to Le Mans again. They've got to finish the race. It's the first year of these cars racing at Le Mans. I don't necessarily think they'll struggle reliability wise, because some of them have been around for a while before this year. And it's not like the Porsche is a debuting GT3 car, which I think it's around 2 years old now, a year old, because I know it was kind of new when we spoke to Sebastian Priaulx. But I think, yeah, I feel like it's Porsche pace wise have got this, but I think again it's going to be very open.
So, Tom, as we mentioned at the start of the show, you are going to Le Mans. You've been a few times. Just what makes that race so iconic for you?
It's a good atmosphere for one, I think, because compared to other tracks, there's a lot of people there, and it's a different culture to like the British motorsport scene as well. It's like it's a bit more relaxed about stuff, which I quite enjoy, because there was an area that was kind of blocked off that was usually open. The crowds weren't having that, and they just moved the bollards, and then a crowd went in there, which is quite funny. And then also at karting, there's this old fuel station, and people were just climbing on top of this old abandoned fuel station so they could watch the cars going through karting over the top of the fence, which I thought was quite funny. And it was like, and then when I say it's like, it wasn't like a couple of people on top of this garage. It was like 50, or actually that's probably too much, like 25. It was like a crowd of people in there. It was great. So it's a great atmosphere. And it's a lot, I like how it's a lot more relaxed, and it's a bit more fun, and yeah, it's nice there. And also the good thing as well, it's one of those big events, so there's a lot of kind of I don't want to say money because I don't think that's the right word, but there's a lot of effort put into the show part of it as well. You've got well, as I said, we've got Simple Minds this year performing on the Saturday. You've got there's these DJs performing on the Friday. I keep forgetting their name. So you've got the show part of that. I think there's a drone show again. So instead of fireworks, they do fireworks and drones, and they make like the cars with the drones. So that's all nice. And there's massive bars. I don't really drink, but if you drink, there's like these massive bars there, and it's good. If you go earlier in the week, you get some really good pit access. Like I've walked by Jan Magnussen. I think Jack Aitken walked past me as well in the pit lane as well. So if you go early in the week, and they're a bit more relaxed about where you can walk around. You can't get into like the main area where all the teams are, but the bit where they have to exit and come out, all the drivers to get to their motorhomes and stuff, you can get around there as well. So it's a good atmosphere, kind of as well. There's a lot going on. You've got the screen hearing that you can go and attend to watch the cars getting scrutineered. That's good as well. Also the 24-hour nature of it, it's constantly going on, so you can go away and then come back to it as well. So there's always something happening. It's always a big shock as well. There's always something you're not expecting. Like last year, I can't remember what number Toyota was now, but the Toyota getting involved with the Ferrari, which knocked that Toyota out of the race at, I think it was around 11 o'clock at night. That was very unexpected as well. There's always something unexpected that will happen, and constant lead changes. And there's always, even though it's a 24-hour race, it's not like an F1 race where everyone kind of gets separated. Everyone always finds a way back to one another as well. So it's always a constantly entertaining race. And it's also a good walk because it's quite long, and I like my walks. So, yeah.
How much sleep do you reckon you'll get during the 24 hours?
I got a lot last year because I think I went bed at 3, if I remember correctly. And I think I got up at 10. So that was pretty decent. I was trying to get as little as possible that year, but I think I was a bit tired because I'm there from Monday to the race start. Well, I'm there Monday to Monday, so it gets a bit tiring when you actually get towards the race because you've got the night practice sessions and whatever else you've got on. The World Cup's on as well, so that'll be good. So I know World Cup Euros, so you can watch that as well. But yeah, there's I forgot what I was saying. The sleep part. I try and get as little as possible, but normally when I get to that part of the week, I am tired. But my mate is coming as well, so hopefully he can wake me up. So
yeah, just to doing the shifts, 2 hours on, 2 hours off.
Yeah.
Just finally, then it's not really a prediction, but more of a team to watch. One for Hypercar and one for GT3.
I'd say, can I say Cadillac Racing? Because I don't know, they came third last year, and their car just sounds. I was talking to people about this yesterday. It just sounds fantastic. It's the best thing ever. It's big. It's grunty. That's the word. Grunty, American. It just sounds fantastic. It sounds like a NASCAR. The only way you could tell the difference between them was the NASCAR was just a little bit louder than the Cadillac last year, and it's a great car. It's not like your normal LMDH sounding car. It's just loud and cool. So I'm just going to say that. And it has good drive lineups as well. You've got like IndyCar greats like Alex Palou, Scott Dixon taking part in that car as well. You've got Alex Lynn, Renger van der Zand. You've got former F1 driver and multiple IndyCar championship driver Sebastian Bourdais, and you've got El Bumper in that car, former winner of the race as well. They've got good drivers and the car sounds great. So I'm going to say that for them. I haven't spoken about LMP too much in this video. I always like Into Europol. I think I like their livery, and I like the story they had last year with the race because I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I think he got ran over. I think his foot got ran over, so he was driving with a broken foot, if I remember. If it's still the same driver lineup, let me see. Actually, it might have been Novalak. I can't remember now, but yeah, I say Into Europol. I enjoy them, so I say they're ones to watch in LMP2. Then as well, I think for me, I do a bit of GT3 commentating sim racing GT3 commentating for Honed. And I think a car we all really like at Honed is the Lexus. And so I say I can't say a Codis ASAP team. I am going to say they're ones to look out for in the LMGT3, because one, we all like it on it because the car's extremely quick and it in a straight line, and it just sounds really cool. So yeah.
You sort of forget about the LMP2 cars because obviously they're not in the main year endurance races this season. It is interesting, but it'll be nice to have a massive grid again for an endurance race. Le Mans is so iconic. Highly recommend anyone to watch it. Even if you just watch the final few hours, I think during the night it's on Quest. It's free to air TV if you've.
I think it's
I think if it's in
Europol as
Freeview.
well. Yeah, it's on. Actually, I need to tell my
Yeah,
granddad that.
it's
It's on
it's
Eurosport.
Eurosport. Yeah, Eurosport will have the entire race, and then I think it's from 11 to maybe 6 in the morning. It's on Quest. So if you want to watch some of the nighttime racing, it's free. And I think if you have Sky subscription at all, you get Eurosport. Don't know how it works; it changes all the time. But yeah, definitely recommend watching it. I'm sure you'll be able to find some way of watching it from wherever you are from. Tom, hope you have a great time over in Le Mans. Me and the
Thank you.
rest of the Apex team are very, very jealous of that. It will be great fun. And well, yeah, everyone that's going to be there, I hope you enjoy it. Tom, thanks for joining me for this video.
No
And for
problem.
everyone watching, thanks for watching. We'll be back in a couple of days' time. You're actually back in a couple of days where you chat more things Le Mans and you take a look
Yeah.
back at some recent years and give some strong opinions on who was good, who was bad, and all the
Yeah.
winners. So yeah,
I've as a preview, I think I'm a little bit harsh to Toyota, but well, that'll
someone
be
has to
my
be.
yeah.
Yeah, can't have it nice all the time. So yeah,
Yeah.
thanks everyone for watching. That's what we have time for in today's video. Make sure you check out our website, the apexmotorsport.com for more motorsport content. Follow us across all our social media accounts, all which will be linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. Hope you can join us next time. Goodbye.